to Strawberry Radio. I'm Chelsea AJ, and obviously with mental health at the moment at the forefront of everybody's mind, I'm speaking to Sarah from Open Door. Hello.
Hi, Chelsea. How are you?
I'm very, very well. How are you?
Yeah, good, very good. Thank you.
Good. Very pleased to hear that. So I just want to ask you a few questions, if I can, about Open Door. It is a new service that's available within Stockport. So are you happy to have a little chat?
Yeah, go for it. Happy to tell people of Stockport what we've got on offer for you and how we can support you during this time.
Brilliant. So COVID-19 obviously could have or has affected our mental health. You know, I suppose the first thing I would like to touch upon is ways to support people and loved ones that may be struggling at the moment.
Oh, yeah. The outbreak of COVID has affected us in the world we live in absolutely unprecedented ways, hasn't it? I mean, who would have thought as we ticked over into 2020 that 3 months later, 23rd of March, would be in full lockdown, no schools, working from home, work closed, leisure activities all closed. Just massive change and transitions that we've had to adapt to, really. I mean, struggling with how we feel, struggling with our mental health, all of those things are so common regardless, but with all of these added pressures and changes and transitions that have happened over the past few months, it's absolutely no surprise the increase in people struggling that we've seen. You know, none of us know when we might need support for ourselves or need to support a loved one. There's really quite small things I think that we can do for ourselves as well as for those around us. So when it comes to supporting other people, being okay in ourselves is probably the top most priority to be able to do that, to be honest. A few little things that I like to do is just set some time aside with no distractions, you know, providing that open and non-judgmental, just safe space for somebody to just be with somebody, to just be together, to just talk about anything they want to, just that place, that connecting place. You know, letting people share just as much or as little as they want to, leading the discussion at their own pace, you know, no pressure to tell you anything they're not ready to talk about. Because talking and opening up about how we're feeling can take an awful lot of trust and courage. You know, it could be the first person that anybody has ever spoken, been able to speak to about that. And actually that can be a really privileged position to be in. General well-being as well looking after ourselves is absolutely key in just fostering positive mental health. You know, how we're managing to exercise in the current situation, keeping a healthy diet, you know, small, nutritious meals, and taking a break from work, taking a break from social media, all the drip of COVID-related news and the sadness and the worries and the loss that we're seeing all over the place can really help to protect our mental health and sustain well-being. Sharing ideas about ways of distressing, asking people what they found helpful. What have you found helpful in the past? How can we adapt that to the current situation? All of these things, I think, could be just make a massive difference to our everyday lives and how we feel inside, how we're able to interact and move forward in the world.
Fabulous. So Open Door, you know, you offer kind of many things. There are many things that are offered as a service and locally to Stockport as well. So can you just touch upon, you know, obviously those are the things that people can do for loved ones and friends and family members, but sometimes it can go beyond that and maybe, you know, to talk to someone who's neutral or whatever might be best. So what is it exactly that Open Door offers locally to Stockport?
Yes, so the service is open to anybody in Stockport age 18 or over, regardless of any previous mental health conditions or experiences we may have had. People who are known to services, who may have lots of intervention already, you are absolutely still welcome at our service, through to anybody who has never ever spoken to anyone before, and of course everybody in between. There's no wrong door or open door. That's part of our tagline that we have. There's absolutely no wrong door. We are open for everybody. We're a crisis service, which is part of the crisis pathway in Stockport. So what that means is that we are there as immediate support and then to guide people through the most appropriate pathway to ensure that the right help is accessed at the right time. So doing that in a very person-centred, client-led way, listening to you, understanding your needs, wants and your choice as well. You know, client-led choice is so important in to be able to access the right help and being able to engage in that help as well. Like most services, we've had to make many adjustments along the way during the corona COVID outbreak. We're currently still operating virtually. We're having some final cosmetic work done in our premises, which are on Princeton Street in Stockport. So very central to the town centre. It's where the old shelter shop used to be. We've got a big open plan upstairs where there's a place of safety to where people can come in, we can hear you, we can look at what you need. And then we've got a big staff team skilled in acute crisis management, de-escalation, activities, grounding techniques, computerised guided self-help. We will have resources for you. We have a computer people can use to access those things, and mainly a huge wealth of knowledge and links into other services to ensure that we can get you the right support at the right time.
And also, moving with the times in general, moving away from obviously COVID, you do also offer social media support, don't you?
We do, we absolutely do. And part of being an accessible and client-led service, we want to just offer that choice. People access services in different ways. People are comfortable in different ways with different means of communication. We're currently in full operation, 10 o'clock in the morning until 8 p.m. at night. And during those times, you can access our service by email. You can also connect with us via our Open Door Facebook page, where all messenger contacts will be picked up during those core opening times to initiate that support. Once you've made that initial contact, we can connect via WhatsApp, we can connect via Zoom, video calling, Teams, any of those things we have access to in our service. Take people's lead on this. If people prefer a phone call, that's fine. We've got a texting service, WhatsApp, video calling. We are set up to offer the most choice to individuals to be able to navigate the crisis pathway. We know that when people are experiencing any kind of mental health distress, being able to reach services and access services can be a big challenge. And what we're there for is make navigating that system as easy and straightforward as possible.
Fabulous. Well, it's been so great to talk to you, and I suppose it's only right that we end on some form of kind of contact information. So if anyone listening today would like to kind of start and go onto the path of your services, how can they do that?
What we have is a email which is currently manned between 10 o'clock in the morning and 8 p.m. at night. So that is open door Stockport at makingspace.co.uk. During those times, you can also contact us directly via our Open Door Facebook page, which you can find by searching Stockport Open Door in Facebook, and it will come up. Outside of those times, and in fact any time, 24/7, 365 days a year, we are still here via our 24/7 crisis helpline, and the number for that is 0800 138 7276.
Fabulous. Well, I will also, all the information just said there, I will post that onto our Strawberry Radio Facebook page, so the information will also be there as well. So if you go to Strawberry Radio, the number, the Facebook page will be linked, and as will the email address as well. Thank you so much. It's been so great to speak to you, Sarah. So Open Door, brand new to Stockport. It's been great to know a little more about it. It's fantastic that there's such a great service on offer in the borough, and thank you for talking to me today.
And thank you for having us. Thank you.